Hi everyone. So right now we are going to discuss about in this video adding and connecting basic devices in a Cisco packet tracer. So this is a Cisco packet tracer interface. This helps to simulate how network is actually works. So the Cisco packet tracer helps to understand to build a network in a physically. So before to build it by physically, you have to work out in this software. This is very helpful to determine it. And most importantly, that Cisco packet tracer is very helpful to understand for students who are going to learn the computer network. So right now here, this is the interface of the Cisco packet tracer. So here you see the menu bar, and here you can see the number of icons. So every icon has its own functions of it. Okay, so this is for delete and search. So this is for select, search and delete, like that. And here you see in this corner you see the icon, the network devices. Okay, once you click the network devices, it shows you the number of network devices. Okay, click the network devices: router, switches, hubs, wireless devices, security and WAN emulating. So these are all the networking devices. And once you click the router, you see the how many types of routers are available there. In a switches, you can see the number of type of switches are available. In a hubs, number of type of hubs are available. And here the wireless devices and security, and finally WAN emulating. So these are all there. And go with the end devices. Okay, once you click the end devices, the number of types of end devices are there: PC, laptop, server, and so these are all the end devices are one by one. You can see it there. And home, so this is for who are going to build the IoT network. So this is for helps them to work it. Okay, so before to build it in a physically, you have to work out in a logical. So this is simulate. You can simulate it here. So in this video, I'm going to demonstrate how to set up the simple network. Okay, so that is a simple case. So right now in this example, I'm going to use two personal computers. Okay, here I'm going to choose. Okay, how to choose a personal computer? So here, go to hover the end devices and click it. It changed into the PC. Click the PC and drag it into the interface. Okay, that's it. And take another one PC and drag it to here. Okay, or if you click it and copy and paste it, those things are works. So right now I'm going to connect those two devices together. So first, if you want to connect those two devices, you need a communication device. Okay, here you see that. So the communications, the connections, the communication medium in between the source to destination. Here, once you click it, you can see the number of types of communication medium of it. The first one, it is automatically chose by itself, the Cisco packet tracer, which is apt for the given devices. Next, this is a console, and here copper straight through cable and copper crossover cable and a fiber optic cable, phone connection, coaxial cable, serial DCE and serial DTE, and octal cable, IoT custom cable and USB cable. So these are all the cable types. So in this example, I'm going to demonstrate to use the copper straight through cable to connect it from one device into the another one device. So in this case, I'm going to prefer don't use this straight through cable. Why? Because if you want to connect to same kind of devices such as PC to PC, router to router, switch to switch, those type of connection, don't use this. Okay, so it shows you the green the red color, which means that this connection is not works. This is not apt for these two devices. Okay, so delete it and go to use the crossover cable. So where you need to use a crossover cable, wherever you are going to connect the same devices. So now you see it's turned into the green color. Okay, so right now I'm try to connect it. It is not works. Why? Because I need to configure the IP address of those two devices. Configure the IP address to those two devices. So here I'm going to click the system. So this is the menu of it. So you see the number of tabs, the physical configuration, desktop, programming, attributes of it. So go to the configuration section, or go to the configuration section or desktop section. Okay, go to the desktop section. In IP configuration, go to the IP address 192.168.1.10 default gateway. Okay, so right now I close it and choose the another one system. Go to the desktop 192.168.1.2, sorry, 1.11. okay, that's it. Okay, so I successfully configured the IP address both end. Right now I try to ping it to check. Okay, go to the desktop tab and here in a command prompt ping 192.168.1.11. it works. Okay, it works. The connection was perfect. It works. So in this Cisco packet tracer you can simulate it. Okay, here in a simulation mode you try to ping it again. It shown you. So once you click it, it created the PDU. So this is what mean by ICMP PDU. Once you click it, it is shown you so how many layers which involve in this connection. So the layer 1, 2, 3. So by default this is a Cisco packet tracer. It is only visible up to layer 3. The layer 4, 5, 6, 7, all those layers are responsible by the operating system. So the operating system is actually handle those 4 layers. Remaining 3 layers is only going to handled by the NIC, network interface card. So the OS reference model, it demonstrated to you. So the first 4 layers, the layer 7, 6, 5, 4, which is managed by operating system. Okay, so that's why it is not shown you. Okay, so here if you see the next layer one by one, so previously it in a layer 3 of the center side, and next it move on to the layer 2 of the center device. So this is a MAC address of it. Under previous cases you see the IP address of it, and finally it uses the port Ethernet, fast Ethernet 0 port, and next it move on to the, here you see it transmit from source to destination. You see that transmit to source to the destination. That's it. Okay, transmit source to the destination. So once you reached it, if you click the PDU, it shown you the receiver device status. That's it. Okay, so now I'm going to use one more device that is mean by the switch. I'm going to use the switch of here you see that I'm going to use a switch 2960 switch for my network. In this case I'm going to connect the switch with this network. Okay, so delete it in this case I'm going to use the same network, so sorry, the different devices. So you understood this is a different device. Okay, this is a PC and a switch to the PC, so I'm going to connect it. This is a different device, so that's why I'm going to use a copper straight through cable. I'm going to use a copper straight through cable. So click it and connect the PC0 into the switch and interface fast Ethernet 0/1, and once you click it, you see that the connection was established. It means that the connection works. It means that it is working in this state. It means it is a working state. Here you already assigned IP address of the end system, so that's why it is works. So here this is a switch, it is working. Sometime after the moment it will be changed into the green color. Okay, so and right now go to connect it, so it turned into the green, right? It works. Okay, so you no need to set up switches separately, because the switch which helps to transfer the packets within the network, so you no need to set up the switch. Okay, here I try to send the I try to connect it from each other the devices. Okay, those are all the two devices which belongs to the same network. Here why it takes some time, you see, because of this reason. Okay, once you turn it out, it works. Okay, the system works properly. Okay, right, you got it. So here in this moment I'm going to simulate it. I'm going to simulate it in a different manner. You see that. Okay, so you see the send the packet from the PC0 to the switch to the PC. Okay, so that is here this, what is the packet name? Here it is transmitting to sender to the receiver. Okay, right, that's it. Yeah, once you get a tick, it works. Okay, so now I'm going to use, to complicate this network, I'm going to use the router within it. Okay, here I'm going to use a 2911 router for this connection. Okay, so I'm going to connect the router. So the router and the switch both are different devices, so that's why I'm going to use a copper straight through cable. So now I need to configure this link. Okay, here it is in a green color. It is in a green color. This is a red color. A red color which denotes it has a problem. Okay, so now I'm going to configure the router. So click the router. It has a one more tab that is called as a CLI, command line interface model. Okay, command line interface. Okay, here by default set up the no. I will, in the next video, in the coming videos, I will teach you how to set up the password of the given router, so and so informations. Okay, so this is a very beginning video, so that's why you skip it. No. Okay, first you need to enable the router. Enable. Okay, so and you need to enter the configure terminal command. This command which helps to configure your router. You see the router is in a red color. So I'm going to configure the router. So what is the interface I'm used the interface of this connection 0/0. Gigabit is 0/0 within the end of the router. Okay, so the interface gigabit 0/0. Okay, right, and assign IP address 192.168.1.10. subnet mask, sorry, 1.1, subnet mask of it 255.0. Okay, so till it is not turned into the red green color. Why? Because till now your router is in a off state. You need to turn it on or no shutdown. You see that once you click it, it turned into the green color. Okay, okay, so now it is not turned into the green color. Why? Because the router which used to connect two different networks together. Okay, if you want to connect to two different network, at the case you have to use a router. So we need to change the setup. Okay, so first I'm going to use to connect the system. I'm going to use another one switch here, and to connect it everything. Okay, right now go to connect the system. Now previously I made a mistake. What is a mistake of mine? I made a mistake of so practice make perfect. You see that I connected it with the gigabit Ethernet 0/0, but what is my command? My command is a 0/1. That is the reason the problem is this. Okay, so right now I am going to change the interface of it. Exit interface gigabit Ethernet 0/0, IP address 192.168.1.1. okay, it is shown me that overlaps. Okay, no shutdown, because already I have used in the same IP in the same gateway used in another one interface. That's why it is not allow me to use it. Okay, so what is how to set up it? So how to resolve it? To go to the connection, close it, and establish a connection to it. Now it works. Okay, so here I am trying to connect it. I'm trying to ping it. It works, but in this case I'm going to ping it again. So it transferred directly, so there is no usage of router. That is useless. Okay, so wherever you need to use the router is very important. When you need to use the router is used to transfer the data in between one network into another one network. Okay, so here I'm going to use a switch and connect it together. Okay, so in this case this is a 0/0. Okay, here you see that this is a 0/0, this is a 0/1. Okay, so here I'm going to set up 0/0. Okay, so interface, configure terminal interface gigabit ethernet 0/0 IP address 192.168.2.1. So this is a different network. Okay, this is a class C network. In a class C, first three portions which represent the network portion and the remaining portion which represent the host portion. So in a previous interface we used 192.168.1.1. so here you must use a different network, so that is why I'm going to use a 2.1. okay, no shutdown. Okay, you see it turned into the green color. Okay, exit. Okay, right. So right now I try to connect it. It never works. Why? Because if you connect your PC with the switch, you no need to tell with the switch I connect with the switch, because the switch works within the network. If you connect with the router, you need to configure the router IP into the PC, then only it works. Go to the configuration mode, and here you need to assign a default gateway. So what is the default gateway? 192.168.1.1. that is a default gateway of this. And here you need to change the IP address of this. Okay, so it should be 2.10 and here 192.168.2.1. okay, so that is the default. Okay, here once you hover it, it's shown you that, here you see it's shown you that the entire IP information of it. Okay, so this is a class C IP address. Okay, subnet mask /24, the default gateway, everything is shown. So right now you try to ping it, it should be works. Okay, why it is not works? Okay, here I try to ping the 1.11, that IP address is not that IP address is not assigned. Okay, here I need to change it 1.10. okay, now it works, right? So go to the simulation mode and again to click it. So now you see the route in between the source to destination. Wait. So from source to destination, which transmit in between source to destination of it. Okay, so I hope you understood. From here ping 192.168.1.10. okay, so you see that transfer from PC1 to the switch. So this is a usual way to transmit it. So you see that in between the PC0, the router to the switch, which no, it has a problem. This is not actual way, so I deleted the link in between the this connection, so that why it is confused. Okay, so actually it directly transferred the PDU from source to destination. Okay, it works, but this is not a correct way. Okay, so right now, so I hope you understood it. So this is the simplest way to explain the thing of connecting the basic components in a Cisco packet tracer. So this is the switch and the PC. Those two things are one network, those two things are another one network. Okay, if you want to connect those two network, you must use a router. So okay, if you have any doubt, you can ask me, you can post the comment.